Almost every great, noble, successful, famous person will advise you to follow your dreams, which is really great advice. But where do you start? Kim here to help you actually follow your dream. If you're new here, consider subscribing for some laughs and encouragement. And clickety-click that bell icon to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the fun and/or butt-kicking. I'm an author, performer, and content creator. But just like everyone else, I had to start at the very beginning. I am here to metaphorically hold your hand so you can chase down your dream. Whether your dream is creative, business-like, scientific, save the world, whatever, here's what to do with it. First, turn your dream into a concrete goal. Start by better defining it. Get famous is not a goal. Make a living singing in front of a live audience. There's a goal. Be a New York Times best-selling author. That's a goal. Receive a Nobel Prize nomination in chemistry. That's a goal. Is there a Nobel Prize category for chemistry? I feel like there is. Obviously, I am highly scientific. Honestly, even those aren't the best defined goals, but it's a start. Narrow down your dream to a specific defined goal. This is a place where knowing your why can come in handy, but we're gonna go into that in another video. Maybe I'll leave a linky link in the description below for you to learn more about that. Once your dream is better defined, you need to give it a time frame. Setting a date for your goal makes it real. I want to write a science fiction novel by the time I'm 30. I want to make a country music album by 2020. Slap a date on it. That's what makes it a real goal. So you've better defined your dream and given it a time frame, turning it into a goal. Well done, you! Next, you need to make a plan. A real life dream plan. You need to plan the order of events that are going to carry you to your happily ever after. The best way to do that I found is to start with your end result and work your way backward. Let's use the New York Times bestseller list as an example. You want to land on the New York Times bestseller list. What has to happen right before that? You need to sell copies of your books by the buttload. And before that, you have to actually publish a book. And before you can do that, you need to sit down and write a book. You see how this works. If your dream is to actually land on the New York Times bestseller list, then I just accidentally planned your life for you. You're welcome. One thing to note about the plan is that it's almost definitely going to change. Always keep in mind that this is real life. Things don't often happen the way we think they will, and that can cause the plan to change. And that's okay! The plan is going to change and morph and shift. You might be reworking the plan until the day you retire. It happens. But make a plan anyway. You need direction and you need to know what your next move is going to be. Now that you've got that plan, you need to break it down even further. Get a little brain axe and just chop it right up. Each phase of your plan needs to be split into smaller, actionable steps. This is where it gets good because now you're getting into the things you can do when this delightful and informative video is over. But don't go yet because I'm not quite finished with you. If step 1 of your bestseller list plan is to write a science fiction novel, you need to know how you're going to do that. Write a science fiction novel becomes get an idea, do the research, make an outline, write a first draft, revise the first draft, edit, repeat, so on and so forth, etc. Essentially, you're taking the step in your plan, turning that into the goal, and putting it through this entire process. It's a lot of work, I know, but dreams don't work unless you do. That's a quote by John C. Maxwell, not a quote by me. Kim here. Guys, chasing your dream is not easy, but it's not impossible either. All right, you've got a solid goal, a clear plan, and detailed steps of how you're going to pursue it all. What do you do now? You start! I've said it once and I'll say it again. Go forth! Do the thing. Do not get stuck in the process of planning. Take action. Execute. Even if you skip all of the strategizing and planning, which I do not at all recommend, if you just start, you are going to accomplish more than the guy who didn't. So start! Do one thing today. Start defining your plan. Begin phase 1. Just freaking start. Do the thing. Whether you want to be an infamous rock star, gajillionaire entrepreneur, a well-respected world leader, or the first human being on Mars, there are things you can do today to start going after that dream. Plan, start, and do. Go. Hey, if this was at all helpful to you, be sure to share it with your favorite people. Clickety-click the share button down there and send it off to your preferred social media. And consider subscribing to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can count on me for a breath of fresh air or a serious kick in the pants. Thanks for watching!